All right, tonight we are diving into an absolute nail-biter, a heart-stopping finish to a classic college basketball rivalry. We're going to see how an entire game, maybe even a season, can all come down to one final play, and how a star player responds when absolutely everything is on the line. So, just imagine this for a second. The clock's ticking down, the crowd is going absolutely wild, and the score? It's all tied up. This is the moment, right? The one every player dreams about and every fan lives for. The question is simple, but the answer means everything. Who's going to be the hero? But before we can get to that frantic finish, we've got to rewind. Let's set the stage for how we got there, right from the opening tip. And the energy in the arena was just electric from the very first second. You could feel it surging through the screen, you know? This wasn't just some regular season game. Nope. This was a battle in a packed house with every single fan on their feet hanging on every play. On the court, you had two heavyweights going at it. In the visiting blue, you've got the Kansas Jayhawks, led by their superstar guard, Darren Peterson. And in the home white, the super tough Texas Tech Red Raiders, anchored by their talented freshman, JT Toppin. I mean, it's a classic showdown. And Kansas, well, they don't waste any time. Right from the tip, which Flory Bidunga wins, they get to work. Boom. A quick pass inside, Bidunga's in perfect position, and just like that, the Jayhawks are on the board. Talk about making a statement. But, you know, Texas Tech wasn't just going to let Kansas run away with it. Oh, no. What followed was a gritty, back-and-forth fight, a real game of runs. For most of that first half, neither team could get any breathing room. It was just basket for basket. Kansas would score, and then bam, Texas Tech would come right back with an answer. You had guys like the super quick Brian Council just making sure the Red Raiders matched them punch for punch. It was a true heavyweight fight. But here's where the main story really starts to take shape. Kansas's star, Darren Peterson, you know, the guy they always count on, well, he was struggling. Big time. In the first half, he shot just 3 for 10 from the field. He was cold. And for a player like him, he was quiet. Way too quiet. So with the Jayhawks star having an off night, what do you think happened? Texas Tech, they smelled blood in the water. They seized that opportunity and started landing some big punches of their own. It felt like they were throwing a haymaker. And a huge, huge reason for that surge was this guy, Chance Atwell. The commentators were saying he was maybe the hottest shooter in the entire conference. And man, was he proving them right. The problem for Kansas was simple. You cannot give this guy an inch of space. As the announcers nailed it, leaving him open is murder. It's just automatic. He was such a constant threat that the entire Kansas defense had to change their game plan just for him. And it wasn't just Atwell. You had Lewan, who was just a bull inside, powering his way to the rim. Council was using that lightning speed to get into the lane and hit these unbelievably tough floaters. And the freshman, Toppin, was going toe-to-toe with the veteran Kansas front court. Tech was just clicking. But just when it felt like Texas Tech might pull away, just when the pressure was really mounting, there was a spark. That star player who had been quiet for so long, well, the hero was finally starting to wake up. And there is, after a long, quiet stretch to start the second half, Peterson pulls up from deep and drains it. You could almost feel a collective sigh of relief from the Jayhawks bench. That shot, that felt way bigger than just 3 points. You know, sometimes that's all it takes. Just one shot, one basket to go in, and it can completely change a player's mindset. This was that moment. This was Peterson reminding everyone on the court and everyone watching that he was still here. Okay, so all of that back and forth, all those runs and momentum swings, it all led to this. The final defining moments of the game, a showdown at 61. The air in that arena is just thick with tension. 61-61. That scoreboard tells the whole story, doesn't it? After nearly 40 minutes of basketball, absolutely nothing separates these two teams. It's a brand new game. And look at the clock, less than a minute and a half left to play. There's no more time for feeling things out, no more room for error. This is where legacies are made. So Kansas has the ball in a tie game. They draw up this brilliant play call, a flare screen. The whole goal is to use a screen to free up your best shooter, Darren Peterson. But here's the trick. He's moving away from the ball, which makes him incredibly difficult to guard. And the play works to perfection. Peterson gets the ball, he launches the three, and you can just hear the announcer's voice rise as he lets it fly. This is for the lead.
And that shot, that moment, it all comes down to this. The final possession. Tie game, clock winding down, this is for the win. And everyone in the building, everyone watching at home, they know exactly where the ball is going.
And he buries it. Unbelievable. Darren Peterson, after struggling for so much of the game, hits the game-winning dagger to silence the crowd. From quiet to clutch. Absolutely incredible. And that was the final, 64-61. After a furious last-second attempt by Texas Tech, the clock hits 0. Kansas escapes with a victory, won by the sheer will of their star player, who simply refused to lose. So it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? When the pressure is at its absolute highest, are legends born simply from talent? Or is it from that stubborn, incredible refusal to stay quiet when it matters most? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us.